welcome back to the Jacked Up Bear YouTube channel. Something a little different today. Um, WorldBox Simulator, I believe this game's called. Really have enjoyed this game in the past, and just thought it would be funny to play it on the channel and just like try different things. So I think today we're just gonna try and make a cool world. We're gonna do the biggest one. Warning, it will delete. Yeah, that's fine. We have a few worlds on here we've uploaded on Steam for download. We don't, we're not going to talk too much about that. But I'm not like a complete noob, but I'm also not like the best. So I do want to do like a center island here. There we go. And I want it to kind of have like a continental island around it. Okay. So right now I'm just using the shovel and I'm using the biggest circle I can do, and I'm just kind of trying to draw a rough shape of what I want. Sometimes it's best to just do the really big random one and just go kind of like this, and that'll help you get a much better shape. But this also gives your edges a little bit more of a randomness, so that when you're fully done, it's not like all. And you'll see too. So now that we've got the center part done, I kind of want to put a volcano there. Where's our volcano? So yeah, let's zoom in. Like in this, right in the center. Why not? What's already there? There's some crabs walking around already. So let's put a volcano here. I do like these little details of, let's take a small one and just kind of making more of a waterway, more of a beach area, and we'll kind of widen out the edges so there's less of these little islands and stuff. We'll go to the edge of that even, and then like even here we'll make that bigger, do this one a little wider, and then that, and just add some water to the interior. And you can even do the same out here, kind of sharpen the edges by just go in here. Well, not even sharpen them, but just take a different shape to them. But yeah, I like how that center part's turned out with the volcano. We're gonna add some vegetation, and so this will change like basically the elevation. These are forms of elevation. It's not really telling you. So it goes from like sand to plain to forest. So this is sand, this light color. Plain is like the middle tan color. Forest is the brown color. Hills is this gray color, and then this mountain is this black color. Mountain cannot be passed over. So that's when I'm using this and raising it, I'm just going through those these things, these patterns, these 5 levels of it's topography basically. But now I want to put water and plants out there. So I'm going to go to nature and disasters. And so there's seeds. So these are different biome types. Kind of think of it like Minecraft. So we can make a grassland, but the center part's got a volcano. It's an island. I think I'm going to go enchanted to start. Just very light around the volcano area. Like it's sort of this mythical area in the world. And there's this volcano at the center of it. And then I'm going to go a bit of swamp on the edge of it, especially in the areas with the water. And then I'm going to spread a little bit more swamp here around these watery parts. Kind of give it that hard to reach kind of area around it. And then I'm going to do some jungle seed, and I'm going to make this a little bigger because I want to spread the jungle seed around a lot more. Around the perimeter of the island, and it'll spread. All these seeds will spread, so we don't want to cover the other seeds with it. We kind of just want to go right up against them, juxtapose, butt up against them, and you'll see the different color green as the seeds go down, and that's really because it's the elevation showing the change in elevation. And then you want to take some water, some rain, and cover everything. And this lets things do naturally. You can plant all the berries. So this is like food. and then like the minerals, and then you can plant trees and plants and stuff. But usually if you do it like this and let time go on, I think stuff should pop up naturally. Yeah, so see, stuff is popping up naturally. Trees and flowers and hopefully bushes soon. And then more animals will start to spawn. So there's crabs there, we already know that. And I think we could check the stats of our world. And let's see world laws. You could change a lot of stuff. So we don't have any people in yet, but how do I see? Yeah, statistics about my world. So there's 40 beasts, 67 trees, 1 island. So that's what we know so far, and it's 6 years old and 9 months. And that's just the center part, so let's make another island. We'll go over here. I'm gonna kind of use some mythical sort of. There's this sort of faraway land here. It's gonna be shaped sort of like this. Hold on. Perfect. And we'll go down a couple sizes. And we'll draw the interior. And then we'll go back up to fill it in pretty basically. And then, because I want these waterways to be connected, I'm going to go to this one of the smallest shapes. So let's go down to the small circle. And let's just sort of draw some rivers through here. You know what? Actually, let's go. We can go shallow waters. And that'll just take it straight down to that elevation. It won't like gradually. Versus where if like I went straight mountains, that's an impassable line now. So yeah, we do want the shallow water. And we're going to basically create some rivers here. And I'll teach you a trick too. So if you take your, and I learned a lot of this stuff from other YouTubers, and I can't remember their names, it was so long ago, but I've been playing this game for a long time. So I kind of want this river running all the way through. So I'm going to take this shallow water, and I'm going to drive it all the way through, kind of connect some of these things naturally, keep it flowing, and then go through there. And then I want this to be open too. And then I want these kind of to flow out. I want to make sure there's a line where these are all flowing out and creating separate islands here. And it looks pretty unnatural when it's like really straight edge like that and not gradual, but I'll teach you something about that too. And this side will have rivers coming in, but not rivers going out from like a source. I'll just go snake it through here. So it's this land of like almost major islandage, right? And then we'll even finish up with some ones through up here. Kind of want to split through there. Cut that off. Let's even draw one through there. Let's get one up through here. Yeah, okay. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to the shovel. And we'll go to this small sparse area and we'll sort of just hit some of these areas with it. Make it look a little more natural. But just to assist those lines so they're not so... Like it really works where you have the highland already set up. Where like it's already low, it just kind of makes more water around it. But then you can just come back through with the shovel. Do some streakage. Kind of help your islands grow back up. You don't want to hit the edges too much and make close your waterways that you just made. But you don't need them all. That's why you do so many. And then we'll even do it in here. Kind of grow this coastline. But then we'll go back and just make sure with this tiny little square to really guarantee some of these routes. And we'll do it quickly because it'll... And any one of these pixels, any one of these squares that's got water connected to water, the boats can get through. So this is looking pretty good up here. We'll go nature and disasters. I want... How about we have a sort of grasslands on the outside? Like sort of grassy places with the big stones sticking out of them here and there. And just kind of open, exposed to the water and the wind a lot. So not a lot of trees hold root. But these grasses will kind of go along the plain edge of the outside of the rocks there. These islands and these mountains here sort of provide a barrier for a sort of mythical place. There's a savanna, and the river's covered in crystals on the one side, and then also a jungle amongst the mountains, and where all the trees are protected by the mountains, and the other islands, plenty of trees grow. And a little bit of jungle even on the south side of the island because of the mountains. Basically anywhere there's a mountain, there's a little bit of jungle. And then I'm gonna go and get a geyser and throw one up there and one here and then one here. It's like sort of the geyser route along the water. And then I'm gonna do, let's get some rain again. Rain, but we're gonna pick the massive one. Rain everywhere. Okay. Sort of a unique place up here. Okay. So there's the center, and it's sort of this mythical place in itself with the volcano and the mountains and the jungle. There's this place up north that's also mythical in the fact that it's resource rich in this one area. And then we're gonna go and make a pretty big, pretty plain continent. Yeah, let's just max it out. It'll be easier to shape after it's maxed out like this. Okay. Go around a little square. And then I'm just gonna hit the shallow water again and just hit a nice little, and make sure it's connected by going back over it one more time and kind of just hitting the zigzag as much as you can. We'll do the same up here. Gotta get these flowing. And just create a nice river system. Which then we'll have to go and we'll have to go back to shallow water, the really small one, connect them. Okay, made some rivers, just trying to connect some of these spots that should have water in them, but they don't. Like right there. And then we'll do a big ol', we'll react to nature, rain, make it rain everywhere, that should fill it all up. And then we'll do a grass seed. And a little bit of mushroom. Desert down here. Enchanted area. And then a jungle on the interior. And then we'll do more rain, just to make sure the seeds spread and everything starts growing. And this is the oldest part of the world. They got frogs and stuff, whatnot. Let's go ahead and just go. I want to try something, just to see if it works differently and to just show it off to people too. So let's go to sand, and let's go pick a. Let's just do a circle, and we'll draw, say, a really massive desert. That sort of encompasses this world, but the thinnest part is over there near the center of the earth. And hold on, let me just do a bigger circle and fill it in faster. Oh my god. This will be like a treacherous desert to pass to get out of this country over here to these islands, and this will be like where the war will start, and we'll see how they colonize these things or something. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. Like base it on the old world, basically. I don't know. Let's try it. But to compensate, I'm gonna do plains. And there's going to be a mountain in this region, so maybe we should expand this plains region quite a bit, like that. And then we'll do the forest soil. just go along there. And then we'll do a much smaller hills one here and here. And maybe we just get a bigger circle, geez. Yeah, really kind of force people into using that center area. That's all I'm trying to do. Because then we'll have some actual mountains you can't cross here. Yeah. Alright. And then we'll just do beautiful forest soil on the inside. We'll just blend those. We'll go with the shovel. So see, so basically what I did is instead of just raising it up randomly so it's not all digitalized like that or pixelated with these tiny little ones, I did the whole thing, and now we can come along with the, let's do it with this first. And we'll do it, you know, we'll drag this part down and make an ocean with it, or make a shoreline, a real one with it. Just trying to make it look a little more natural. Let's go put some grass seed. So it's not nearly the biggest, so just a beautiful grassland all around. Perfect for people living, you know. Then we're gonna go water. Make it rain everywhere, people. Make it rain. We're just gonna do some I'm just trying to make some little rivers. Yep, just drawing some rivers in the southern landscape over here, showing the different building patterns and things you could do and styles. But yeah, basically there's this desert that's really harsh and really unforgiving, but they're gonna find a way around it because they're gonna have to live and escape to the new world to survive. Because there's gonna be too many of them, and you'll see that. And then we'll go add some more water. Okay. The land of rivers. The mountain with the river. And then so there's this big content where everybody's gonna come from, and then like the ages, the places they can explore. I'm gonna throw some islands in. So I'm gonna get the shovel out. I'm gonna go medium, and I'm just gonna go. Okay. And then I'm gonna do bigger area here. Sort of hellish little triangle of an island. Let's go and do the infernal seeds all through here. I'll do a volcano and a volcano. The twin volcanoes. And I'm gonna do rivers of lava. Let's go ahead and... Oh wait, actually. We'll do enchanted seeds on the islands around the center of the map. And we'll add some water. And then I want to do kind of one more place actually. We'll do a permafrost island up there. The volcano island here, or the hellfrost island there. We have some crystal seeds. We didn't use any candy seeds or lemon seeds, but I think we used everything else. So, yeah. I think we're about... I want to drop some plants. you know, all along these fertile areas. I want to drop some trees along the mountains. Okay. And then I think we're set. So this is going to be the world. I don't know what we're going to call the world, but I think that'll be up to you guys, whoever's watching, whoever wants to watch, whoever wants to continue the series, to decide on who and what's going to live here. That's what we're going to do next. Heck yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm Bear. We'll see you next time.